All right, so this is going to be a pretty quick video. The whole point of this video is to get that rotational control, because I've had to modify this pretty heavily to get this to not spill things all over the ground. And I'm hoping adding the rotational control to it will fix that. So what I've done is I've added basically another millstone. I was getting to the point that this millstone was getting full. It was spilling things all over the ground, which leads to lag eventually if you get too much. If you're, especially for stuff you're supposed to AFK with. So, and yeah, it's like at 6 iron ingots even still. So, I've got this other one, but it is still slowly filling up. What I've had to do is I've had to add a gear shift. I've had to move this back one, add a gear shift, add this gearbox to add. I made a brass tunnel for this is what you use for like round robin splitting, things like that, to splitter basically. So one goes there, one goes in here. At the rate I'm at, by the time this goes through one and one is traveling this way to go to the other one, the third one will get here to fill this back up. That's what I have so far. And I think I've got it, but as soon as this one fills up, we're going to run into a problem. I don't know if it will. I don't know if we'll keep at this level or not totally yet. So basically, I just had to just make a whole new gear system, change the way the encased chain drives run over things, and stuff like that. That's basic ideas. I also had to move this whole section here over one because it used to be here because I needed this belt. I tried it before with the belt here, but the thing of it is the belt has to lead into another belt. Kind of figured. But I tried it. It didn't work, so I just changed it to like that. So our whole thing this episode is to get this rotational precision mechanism. So we're going to need to make 3 deployers. I mean, we could get away with 1, but we're going to make 3 because I'm going to need deployers later anyway. I can repurpose these because I'll need them when I want to build the automatic tree farm, which we'll probably do within the next couple of episodes. So, what we're going to need at least 3 electron tubes. So we'll start there. 3 electron tubes is, I think maybe I have everything in my bag here for that. 1, 2, 3. I need 8, 16, and then 24. Also, no, we don't have that mod. So there's a mod that adds like diamond tier sandpaper to make it work, longer, basically. Also, you can do this, apparently. Do that. Nope. Do I just do it? Yeah, I just look at it and pick it up, basically. Okay. I already made the brass sheets I'll need. Okay, so there is that. We need to get 3 iron sheets. Run out. Also, let me. So I'll need 3 iron sheets. Okay. The next part is 3 andesite casings. And then we need these brass hands, which is 1 andesite and 5 sheets. So Be enough. Three. I actually made one extra sheet. Huh. This, 1, 2, 3, Shift E, this, and this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so next thing is I'm going to need to get some rotational power for this. I'm guessing I don't really have any. I don't really have any openings, surprisingly, for this. I guess, actually, I can do it here. Yeah, I guess we're going to be building over here. All right, so we're going to need some shafts. Just want to make it come out too, so I don't have to mess with that. And then deployer, I'll do that. It's weirdly placing. See, I want it to share rotation. Why is it not rotating correctly? See, why doesn't this automatically connect? See, that's another thing I don't understand of Create. Why doesn't this little knob here automatically connect to a shaft when it's near? Why doesn't it automatically do that? I don't understand that. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to break this one, and then I can just do this and this. Okay, to make the precision mechanism, I need small cog, big cog, iron ingot. Okay, we have a big cog. We have this. We're going to need at least 5 of each thing. So I'm going to need to make some deals, which is planks and shafts, right? Five. Okay. So it goes this, this, and then this. Now, just to make sure, I'm going to add these to the filter so they're what they're supposed to be. And then I can give this item. Nope. This can have this item. This can have this item. And this can have, no. Can I get this item back? I can. Nice. I want to do this one at a time, please. Oh. So don't have that right there, man. Give me that back. Let's try again. That is not what that's supposed to do at all. Click it. Click it. Click it. Okay. So, do I have at least one deployer in here? I do not. I thought I might, but I don't. So a deployer is the andesite casing and an alloy, so just 3 of them. All right. We're going to need one. I'm going to get a couple of gold and get them pressed. I'll do 3. I'm just going to do 1, but I have extra in case something goes wrong. Let's go to bed. That. 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 All right. So, also, give me 1 shaft. So, this, and this. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One, two. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. One, 2, 3. Here it is, the last thing. It's a precision mechanism. Nice. Okay. 1 precision mechanism created. And then the last thing we need is a brass casing, which I just need a piece of brass. I luckily have enough. And I need a log, stripped log, there, this, and there. Then I just craft this, like so. We have a rotational speed controller. Okay, then I need 1 large cog off of that. This stuff. And then we're going to do... probably have to... see how this works. So we place this here. That's actually needs to go in this direction. We need a large cog on it. And then we need to 93. I think it needs to go that direction. Okay, can't do that. Okay, so it needs to do it the other way, like that. Cog. And then I think I need a small cog here. Maybe not. I don't think I actually need to do anything there. And if I add a shaft there, that's working. If we do shaft. Okay, that's going the wrong way. So I just changed its direction. Why isn't it changing its direction? It's not changing direction at all. Overstressed. Okay. Do I need one more large water wheel on this? Is that what it is? Actually, I should be able to, if I remove this whole system here, this should be completely removed there. That should make it work, but it's not apparently. It's still too stressed. Trying to figure out what's making it too stressed. This is still too stressed, and I don't know why. Okay, so let's try go down 10. Each time. What's going on? Why is this? Okay, 13 works. 23 overstresses it for some reason. 20 is too much. 15. 14. So 14 makes it work. Yeah, we're losing stuff still. I know. But see, this thing is supposed to be running at 93. I don't know what I'm missing to make it run at 93. One second, let me check. My backpack thing out. I get nothing. I get no rotation, change directions or anything. I don't understand this. Where's my gearbox? See, this does not work like theirs does. I'm trying to figure out how they get theirs like that. No, that doesn't work. That does not work. I need it to be I need it to be a different direction. like that. And also, this is not correct. Because if I add this deal here, this won't connect to it. So that's why. So this needs to go down here. Right? And this does not work like it's supposed to. I'm missing something really freaking obvious, and I don't know what it is. Because he's got his spinning, like, if we remove this. See, this is not supposed to be the speed. The water mills are supposed to go at this speed, sure. But this thing is supposed to go at that speed. Okay, so this is going at the correct speed that it needs to. If I do this like that, turn it, it's not going to connect. Okay, I think I understand what I need to do. I need to come off this thing. I was coming off this thing. I'm not supposed to come off this thing. I'm supposed to come off this thing, right? That's how that's supposed to work. So if I put a vertical gearbox, or just a regular gearbox, I guess, and then I mean, I guess I could do this. A vertical gearbox into, nah, supposed to be another vertical gearbox here. Wrench it to go this way, but there we go. I don't know if that's going to change my deal, but I add a shaft here and add that there. And then, yeah, this needs to go the other way. There. Okay, that's what it just threw me off. I don't know why. My brain just not working, I guess. I don't know. But I do know I'm not connected to this thing now. And that's not connected either. So I kind of have to do it in a different way. So basically what I can do is I can get these connected here, and I build off of this side then. And then I need to... I guess I need a different gearbox here. I don't understand my issue with this. So I want a... I need this to be that way, but I need it to still go up to the top. So this is weird. Why can I have it turned the other way? Why can I not have that? It's pissing me off. I have one... I need to look at this, because this is fucking with me. Give me a temporary block. Build up 3. And then put this vertical gearbox on top. And then break this shit. And let's figure this out. Because this is pissing me off. There's 1, 2, 3 sides, 4 sides. Okay, so there's 4 sides to this thing. Why can I not have the sides match what I want? Is my issue. I need a side over there. So I need this thing like this. This exact thing, right? No. Because I need this side right here to have one as well. But I also need the top to have one. So it's impossible for this block to do that. Why? Why is it impossible for this block to do this? I don't understand why you're limiting the direction that a gearbox can go in. That's what they're doing, and it's pissing me off. They deliberately made it where a gearbox cannot go a certain direction. You cannot have a top gearbox and a gearbox facing in a north-south direction on a vertical gearbox. It's impossible to get. You can either have a gearbox facing up and down and west and east, but you cannot have a gearbox going north and south and up and down. It's impossible to get that function. This is a regular gearbox. I want it to face up and down and north and south. And this gearbox is the exact same orientation as this gearbox here. And it was a regular gearbox. And see, it all turned it into vertical gearboxes. There's something screwy going on with these. There's something screwy going on with the gearboxes. I don't know why. Okay, we got one going there. We got one going up. And then if I place a gearbox Yeah, I need this gearbox. See, it automatically turned it. So the wrench turns it from a regular gearbox into a vertical. That's what that's what the wrench does to it. I thought it just changes direction, but no. If we place down 5 gearboxes, wrench them while they're like this, pick them up, they're freaking verticals. This is what's throwing me the hell off. Why would you do that? So that's why I keep on not understanding why I can't get what I want then. So this is now a vertical gearbox. It is no longer a gearbox. It's a vertical gearbox, and Jade is screwing with me. If Jade had said this is now a vertical gearbox, I would understand what was going on a lot sooner. Jesus Christ. Okay. So that is now a vertical gearbox. I need to come from this thing here, which I can probably use in case change drives with. So that to that to this. If I wrench this, I can't place it like this. No. I can't change direction like that. So what I have to do is I have to gearbox it here. And then gearbox here. And that overstresses the machine. It's not supposed to overstress the machine at all. Is it because it's the encased chain drives? Is that what it is? No. The whole system becomes overstressed at 4 when it's not supposed to. 34 works. 60 stops it. 50 makes it work. 53 works. 54 works. 59 stops it. 58 doesn't work. 57 doesn't work. 56 works. So 56 is our limit. Why? What's so different about this thing compared to his thing? My belt is a little bit longer, but it's not that much longer. Okay, that does not work. I'm trying to understand why this is so overstressed right now. That shouldn't be needed. Breaking that makes it work. So hooking up the fan just kills it. For some reason. So I'm missing something that they did with the fan to make it work. Because that's the only thing I can think of. Unless they changed, like, the kinetic stress impact of the cased fans. I don't know what's going on here. And Endermen are apparently showing up, so I'm going to go into bed real quick. I thought this would be something quick, but we've already been here 45 minutes. And I can't figure out what the hell is going on with this. We're just going to completely rebuild this freaking thing, ain't we? So I'm going to have to, I guess, completely redo the water wheels to flip them the other freaking side because I just can't get my rotational thing to rotate the correct way. So what I need to do is go one, okay, my rotational machine. I need my rotational machine. My rotational machine and my large cogwheel. So my thing to hook up to it will need the gear. Nope. We'll need this that way. Cool. That's the way I need it to be. I need this to be 93. I'm going to need to get my water wheels. But you're not in here because they're here. Like so. And that is completely wrong. Because this has to be like that, which is completely wrong. Gonna take freaking forever. Because I'm having to rebuild this whole damn thing just because it just does not want to do what I want. I gotta flip this whole damn thing. Don't need those. It's not enough. Where the hell did all my other panels go? I got the trap door, but that's still not enough. There's supposed to be one more. I'm missing 2 panels. Maybe. That's correct. Here we go. This is how it's supposed to be. There. That's how it's supposed to be. Okay. Got it fixed. I had to change a lot of shit. I basically had to rebuild it, and I don't know why, but every now and then that happens. Like, it'll open the text box when I wake up. I don't know why. I don't even have a text box key bound. I have the command key bound, but not the text box. Okay, so the damn thing now works at 93. So, I basically had to rearrange the water wheels to go this direction because I just could not get this thing to flip the correct way without it doing this, and the gear shift have to go over. And I had to reorient. This is still in the same place. It's just reoriented to the side than being here. It's over here. So the gear shift could reach it in a shorter range. Basically, that's what I did. I shortened everything out. Is what I did. I think the millstone, that single millstone, is keeping up with that now. So 4 large water wheels does this. It does it good enough. And also, I need to get some extra dirt. I don't really need it, but I do want it to make it look prettier. Give me this. I want at least 3 more pieces. So to kind of look like there's something there. Okay. I'll do more. I'm going to put some more right there later. But so 4 water wheels spinning into a rotational gear shift with the large cog on top of it, going across like this into an encased chain drive here and here. The bottom encased chain drive runs the belt, and I have it set to, I think, clockwise rotation. Yes, clockwise rotation. So everything is based off of clockwise rotation off the rotational gear shift. So if you see a gearbox, it's to start spinning things the other way. So that is there. That spins the belt. We have it continued on through into a gearbox to switch to which I'm just using the gearbox so I can have this cog on top. I think this is the only gearbox where the only thing it's for is to have something up there. Goes into a large cog, which goes into this small cog, which is spinning the millstone at greater speed than even the rotational controller is. I think it doubles its RPMs, is what's happening there. So that's how that's going. That gearbox is going into these enchained case drives that go over to our drill to make our cobblestone. And then it continues an enchased cane drive here into a gearbox to switch this, to continue down into this gearbox, which has the correct spin into this belt, which is coming out of this item vault. We'll get to the item vault in a second. Then I have enchained case drives up to here to spin the shaft, the mechanical press. There. Let's go over to the encased fan. The encased fan over here has, from that bottom encased chain drive that is spinning the belt, goes into this gearbox to flip the spin of the rotation. Goes into 3 case chain drives into the encased fan, which is now running at 186 instead of 114. Don't ask me. That goes into this water block in front of it, which washes the gravel that comes from the millstone milling the cobblestone, which it is perfectly keeping up with. And that is dropping down out of that brass funnel. The reason why it's a brass funnel is to drop a lot more quickly. If it was an andesite funnel, it would not drop as quickly, I feel. So I just went ahead and put an andesite, a brass funnel there. There's a copycat panel here, which I can decorate if I wish to, which I may do later, which is this there to keep the gravel in line, basically, so it doesn't spread out into an extra block where it doesn't go anywhere. Into a brass funnel, which has an item list filter on it, which is filtered to accept only flint and iron nuggets. The flint is just stored into this. Each individual that I found in the wiki for Create holds 20 stacks of a single item. And so I will be fine for a little while before I have to deal with the flint, because there's 3 of them, which means that's 3 times 20 stacks, which then goes into this brass funnel, which only lets out iron nuggets into a belt going into the basin, which will compress the iron nuggets when there's 9 of them into an iron ingot, which gets spit out into this hopper, which goes into the oak drawer. And that's the belt. That's the system. Oh, man. Okay. But yeah, that's where it goes. That's how it goes. And also, this is producing iron a lot faster. We started out with 5 iron, and since I've hooked this up, we're up to 12. So if I let this run like overnight or something, since I'm not playing on a server, this should give me like a couple hundred iron. At least 100 iron I should have by the time morning rolls around. Okay. So I'm pretty sure the reason why I was having so much trouble with my build, because this right here lines up more with Icyknight Gaming's build, is I think I just had too many things taking rotational force. I had too many gearboxes, too many encased chain drives. I didn't have this close enough. In fact, if I wanted to, I could compact this a little bit more and move the cobble generator to right here, so we could have even less deal, but I don't really need it. It just gives me a little bit of extra room, basically. And that's it. I don't know the throughput of this at all, but at least I'm getting iron. Okay. Well, now next time when I not going to completely and totally mess up my next build, which is going to be for a tree farm, because you can't really mess up a tree farm. There's basically one way to do it. I mean, I guess I should say there are many ways to do it, but there is one way to have it done easy, and that's what we're going to do. Because damn, that took a while right there. I was just getting upset with the way the things were not lining up properly for me, for what my purposes. That rotational device just not getting the correct orientation. I just couldn't get it to do it this way unless I flipped the whole build going that way. I could have done it like that, but I didn't want to do it like that, so I just flipped it and made it go that way like I was originally trying to do. I just had to, it was either flip the whole build, which I took the whole build apart so I could have done, or flip the water wheels and make it easier, and I just eventually just rebuilt the whole damn thing. But it's here. It's done. There's nothing else to do except for wait for the iron to come in. And we're already up to 13. So, We probably get 1 iron every 3 to 5 minutes, I'm guessing, is my guess. Let me check the millstone is still keeping up. Okay, that's my main concern, is the millstone keeping up? Because in the old build, before I had the rotational control device, I couldn't keep up. I had to have that extra millstone you saw at the beginning of the episode. Otherwise, I would just spill cobble everywhere. Now I don't have to really worry about that. I don't think it's possible for this thing to overrun the millstone, that single millstone now. So we're good there. All right. But yeah, this is more in, it's not completely like it, but it's more in line with Icyknight Gaming's Iron Nugget Farm. I think later on there's even better ways to get iron. I feel we look at iron ingot. I think there's even better ways to get it. I think it involves the crushing wheel. So use on this. No, it's just that. I was trying to find, there's a, where's that iron thing from Create at? That iron washing deal, this. So crush crimsite, really? It's only a 40% chance, and you also get a 40% chance for an extra iron nugget. So that's actually 10 iron nuggets at a 40% chance. Okay. I wanted to say there was more. There's another way to get iron. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure there was more ways to get them. To get just straight iron. I want to say, I can't say for sure. I know there's different builds. There's a build. This is just a beginning build. I know there's builds later on where you can tile it they have a build where you can tile it infinitely. But that includes changing up how this works. So to get stuff like that, you would need to first build your own personal cobblestone generator. So it's basically making that a lot, like 9 of them at a time, is basically how you would do that. There's cobblestone generators that you can do in this game that will give you hundreds of cobblestone a second. I've seen them. If you go and watch Mr.Beardstones, the ones whose pack this is based on, who did this pack mainly, that's what he recently built. Like, if you go watch his how to make gold, how he made gold in his series like a couple months ago, you would see him create the cobblestone part of his gold making factory. He had like 50 something thousand cobblestone, like in an hour and a half or so. So that's the power of Create, but you have to build a dedicated part of that into your build. This is just a single one. His was, I think, like 10 of them or something like that. I'm not totally sure. Or it was a double row thing. So what I'm talking about is he had like cobblestone, 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 skip a row for the lava, cobblestone, 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 like this. This is what he had, basically. He had his drills would be on this level with waterlogged like ours is, and up here he would have like glass, that glass stuff that I made, the glass cascade or what, the glass that, shit, how do you pronounce that? What's the name of it? It's that glass that is, it's in the window pane. I have a window pane in here. It's out of this thing. It's that framed glass. Oh, it's not in this. It's in the stone cutter. Yeah. So this framed glass stuff right there. I think he did it block form. I'm not sure. No, he did these trap doors, right? Yeah, that's what he did. He did these framed trap doors that we made, but we never used. He used that to control the lava up above on that level. And then he had that many deals, and that's where he made all that cobblestone for his gold thing. And so you would need something that size, and then you would need to, I'm not sure what the hell he did for his iron farm to control that much cobble. That's, I don't know if he, see, he can have gone crushers, because crushers don't do that. You have to use the millstones. That's the only thing that gets you the iron nuggets, right? To get iron nuggets, you would crush this. You would crush crimsite. How do you get? You can't make crimsite, so that doesn't work. So you would have to do the washing of the gravel. Oh, you can wash the crushed raw iron, but it just turns into 9 iron nuggets, and you could just melt this thing, and that gives you a crushed raw iron. That just gives you an iron, that ingot. So, but it does give you a chance of redstone, of course. But no, I'm pretty sure he washed gravel. I'm just not sure how much he did it. And to get gravel is, I think he might have used, yeah, he might have used crushing wheels for that, because that goes a lot faster than the millstone even. So once you get to the deal of making crushing wheels, I think that's what he did, is he did crushing wheels to crush the gravel and to crush the cobblestone into the gravel. The regular cobblestone, not the infested. So he crushed the regular cobblestone into the gravel, and then he washed that gravel to make the iron nuggets. But he did it exponentially bigger. He did like I said, he did like, what was that? 12 cobble at a time. So he probably did like 4 to 6 crushing wheels at a time to make it into gravel. And then he probably did, I don't know how many encased fans you would need for that. Yeah, I don't know how many encased fans you would need to get that to run. We're up to 17 in just this few little time. So yeah, so it's going for us. I'm just gonna call it here. I was not expecting this video to take this long. I thought I would just hook that damn thing up, get it going, and things like that. I was not expecting this video to be this long. All right. Well, with that, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make a tree farm, basically an automated tree farm. Then we'll probably make an automatic crop farm for that over here. I don't know if I might do individual crops like a row individual crops. I'm trying to think of how I would do it. I would probably do a row of water, row of crops, row of water, row of crops, row of water. Yeah, I might do that. Is that efficient? Probably not. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, I could do individual plantations. I don't know if I want to do that, though. That's going to take up a lot of space if we do that. Let me do this real quick. So what I've been doing is, since this is my magnet backpack, I just set something in there to see if I get anything else every now and then. And also, I've been crushing my sugar cane lately to get a bunch of sugar for when I want to, like, make various food. And I've been setting it off into our thing. I mean, I do it pretty fast, but if I did it automated, I wouldn't even have to be here. And it would just do it automatically. You just need to hook it up to a drawer system. What are we doing? It's still working on the sugar cane, really. I just didn't take it out last time I was there. That's why I have so much. It's not like anything special. Do that. So beets, tomatoes, carrots, onions, cabbage, potatoes, wheat over here, and yeah, I'll just throw sugar in here as well. And I can do this. That should all go down here except for the straw, which I'll put up in here. And the packed mud. Is there room in there for that? There is. Okay. All right. Well, that's a whole thing. So I'll see y'all next time to make a tree farm. We'll have to get a... I'm trying to decide if I want to do the mechanical or I want to do a windmill. I do have all those windmill things, so I could just have it have its own power. That way I don't have to put like a water mill into the ground and do that. And I can just get it to do windmill power. I think I might do that since I have all those windmill things. I only need 8 of those windmill things if I do it like that. So we would need a windmill bearing, and then we would need... What is those things called? There's a specific... thing I'm looking for from like regular Create. Just need to find like where regular Create is in here. Here we go. So there's a specific block I'm looking for. I don't even know if it's still a block or not. I think it should be. I just don't... Ah, here it is. Leaner chassis. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for right here. So you can use these, and these are always locked to themselves. And also when you use super glue on them, where'd they go? Oh, it's because I did that. So let me hold those. So basically, when you use super glue on these things, you can you just need one piece of glue instead of having to glue a whole thing to it. So I think I can get away with a lot less glue if I use those linear chassis. So that's what we'll do. So I will see y'all later. Y'all have a nice time, whatever time it is in y'all's part of the world. Bye.